Chapter 19. You have my condolences, Irving. I can't imagine what this is like for you, but you can't blame yourself. We did everything we could. In fact, I'd say you were successful in rescuing me. I don't know how much longer I could have held out alone. At any rate, I won't abandon my mother to her fate. So what do you suggest? We stroll into Sojourn and knock on the front door of the keep? We would need an army. Then we get one. Of course. We'll have Corvin draft a poetic letter to Count Montreux, and we'll raise all the levies of Nullis. I'm serious. If we want to stand a chance at rescuing Irving's mother, we'll have to go through Varric. That much is clear. Luckily for us, this land is full of strong and capable folk with no love for the king. Citizens across Delia are already taking up arms against the king in your name, Irving. Who better to rally them together around a common cause? But where would we go?
Naturally.
Another infamous prison, ripe with agitators pining for their liberation. Naturally. Not exactly. Listen, I grew up in High Ridge. The people there have a special devotion to Fane, the god of oaths. They celebrate his festival every year. It's at the end of the third week of Duskheart. The third week of Duskheart ends in 5 days, which gives us just enough time to get there if we leave now. I suppose we make it in time. Then what? The city patrol routes haven't changed in 100 years. If we're careful, I can get you past the guard. Easy. Once we're in, we set Irving up in the town square. The citizens of High Ridge are a proud and freedom-loving people. Appeal to their honor and remind them of the countless oaths their king has broken. They will follow. Follow where? Shall we lead them right back to the caverns? Or perhaps announce our secret location in the town square? Of course not. We simply tell them to follow the Dragon's Tail south. Many of the prisoners we've already freed have experience in discretion. We can use them as scouts. When they encounter refugees looking to join our efforts, if they seem in earnest, they lead them to Marrowhold. What makes you think these scouts would be so discreet? They ended up behind bars one way or another.
That right.
I'd consider that an advantage, a lesson learned. One more reason not to end up in Delian custody again. Dubious at best. I actually agree with Monroe on that one there. Lesson learned, maybe, sure, but lesson maybe you didn't need to learn. You know what I mean? I'm more worried about what happens immediately after Irving's speech. I'm sure the garrison will descend on us like an angry hive. We'll have to bust out of there, but we should all be able to help with that. I'm not sure about this, Irving. I'd assume the king's got every soldier on double patrols looking for us. We'd have to take every precaution, but what choice do we have? Another opportunity like this might not present itself for a long time. Alexa, if we took refuge during the day and traveled by night, could we still make it in time for the festival? I wish I had like a voice changer for Alexa. Like, you know, the smart home thing. Anyway, we'd be cutting it close, but I think so. Then we leave tonight as soon as it's safe. Very well. I just hope you're prepared. Not only if something goes wrong, but if all... I didn't hear the notification for that. I guess we're in an ad break. Very well. I just hope you're prepared. Not only if something goes wrong, but if all goes right. Whatever we bring about, we'll have to live with the consequences. I understand, Lincoln. I don't take that lightly. I should hope not. Get some rest, friends. We leave at dusk. Okay. Save. That must be what I did. I just got through that, like that part. Okay, we have a bunch to do. What's interesting is that there's bondage to do with Sophia, but she wasn't in that fight. So it's not a matter of like being in combat around each other. I don't know. I don't fully understand how the bonds work. Faust, I don't mean any disrespect by it, of course, but what on Terra compelled you to pack yourself into that barrel? Good question. Right. So I'd imagine it has an equally good answer. I just like the way it smelled on the inside. Okay. Really?
You think?
No, of course not. Are you kidding me? I had somewhere to be. Somewhere to be? That's right. And you're still with us instead of wherever you were going because you were trying to get rid of me, aren't you? No. Not before I understand what you're about, at least. Huh. That is a fool's errand, my friend.
Hardly.
You really think you've got such an uncrackable shell? Listen very carefully, buddy, because I'm only going to say this once. Are you listening?
I'm all in.
Yes, Faust. I am an enigma. I have never been truly comprehended and never will be. My mere existence is a paradox. If you knew the true form of the being with whom you converse, you would tremble in despair. Somehow I doubt that. Then be grateful I've chosen to be merciful and shield your eyes from my true form.
You're really something.
I think I'm grateful for that all the same.
Definitely.
There we go. That's more like it. Okay. I kind of like Faust. I'm interested to see how his character develops. Hey, fireballs. How's the whole magic thing going? Hey, Faust. Better, that's for sure. I'm starting to see a difference on the battlefield.
I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
Ha! Well, you know who isn't seeing a difference? Your enemies. Because they're dead, so they don't see anything after you kill them, you know, with your spells. Yeah, I understood that part. Cool. Not my best work. No, definitely not. Hey, listen, I've been meaning to ask. Your sister, she, obliged? What? You know, is she seeing anyone? Oh, I don't think so. We don't really talk about that stuff a whole lot. Ah, got it. So she's a private woman. I can get behind that. All right. She got a favorite color, flower, spot in her hometown where she likes to unwind? Listen, I really think you should just ask her yourself. Oh, yeah, absolutely. What did you think Psst. No, of course. She's probably told me all those things anyway. Just don't want her to repeat herself. You'll get it when you're older. I think I get it now.
Jeez.
Oh, all right. We got a smart wizard. Kid genius, huh? Whatever, man. Listen, keep up the good work. You're doing great. Just pace yourself, yeah? You're starting to make the rest of us look bad. Yeah, he does. He really does. He does make most of the rest of the team look bad. Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. Good. Honestly, I think we really get each other. We're synced. This is going to be great. It's already great. Totally, Faust. All right. All right. Let's see how these two boulders collide with each other. You and I, Fenton, we need to have a talk. Is something the matter? Yes, but in a good way. And I knew it the minute we found you camping in that cave. We've got a unique ability to form a special bond. Is that so? What makes you say that? Not that I'm opposed. I want to say I knew from the twinkle in your eye, but to be honest, it's because we're outsiders. You're a dwarf, in case anyone was wondering, and I'm just built different. Our friends will never understand our struggles. Right. I've got plenty of friends and family who understand the struggles of a dwarf. Not around here, you don't. You've got no one but me. You know what it's like to be a dwarf? I know a great many things, my new close friend. You'll come to understand that in time. But anyway, this conversation is already dragging on a bit too long for my tastes. No offense. I'm ready to get back to my game. Game? What game? I love games. You know what? I'll teach you how to play, but under one condition. What's that? You can't tell Ford the rules. Simple enough. I mean it. This is too much fun. He doesn't deserve that in his life. Okay. That strikes me as a bit harsh, but you make the rules. That's right. I do make the rules, Fenton. I think we're going to get along just fine. Yeah, close enough. Vesta, we need to talk about our orders from back in Shelabons. I was wondering when you would seek me out. Things look grim, don't they? Take heart, Vesta. I only just showed up. Yes, I suppose if anyone could turn the tide, it would be you. Here's to hoping you can make the difference. I believe you can. I don't know that I'm quite the weapon I once was. Too many years spent in a dead-end post brewing beer with villagers who don't know how to read. Okay. Was it really so bad? It's been glorious, Vesta. Best time of my life. I'm sure you know that I never wanted any of this. Of course. We all know that. What's the news? Alistair did some digging on our little friend from Cosmere, Atlas. He thinks it is a credible accusation. Well, of course it is. He's been suspected of something or other on and off for years. Yes, but he dug further than that. If you line up his disappearance with certain events in Delia that directly preceded the start of the war, you think he had Fazel killed and framed the Aramorans? Alistair suspects. I haven't been as up to date in the politics of it, but even I smelled something off with that. No motive. Precisely. Fazel was an excellent king, but whoever that sorcerer was, he clearly had an agenda, something that the war benefited. Maybe something that required the war. I see. I will keep my mind on it, as will I. Okay. Your mother is going to be fine, Irving. She's tougher than she looks. So am I, Aunt Liberty. I won't crumble just because she's gone. We'll get her back.
Keep that in
right.
mind.
I forget you're not little Irving anymore. It's been too long, truly. You were reporting on us to Alistair, weren't you, when we were kids? Of course I was. He missed you dearly. Timing just doesn't always work out. I know, I'm not bitter about it. He has a lot on his shoulders. It's all right to resent him for it, you know. He may have a lot on his shoulders, but he knew he would. He knew he wouldn't be able to stay. And the alternative is me not standing here alive. I think I'll take an absentee father over not being here. Sure? Maybe, yeah, of course. Maybe so. I just don't want you to hold this all in and be brave. We can talk about it if you want. When did you get so maternal? When I felt it was necessary, thank you very much. I may never have wanted kids of my own, but no one was happier than me when I heard Esme was pregnant. Right. It's a little surreal to think you were both members of a secret society. Sort of shatters my illusion of just being a normal kid. We wanted for you to get to just be a normal kid. That's why we kept you in Brookstead, away from Shellabons. The family commitments sound a lot more glamorous than they play out. Well, looks like I've turned out to handle family matters either way. Funny how that happens, isn't it? I don't think it's funny at all. I feel sorry that you've been brought into this life. I'd rather it be me than someone else. I can take it. That's not what I'm worried about. Okay. Miss somebody? Helena. Nothing like Varroa, is it? Each place has its character, sure, but not every place's character is falling apart at the seams, unless you feel that's what gives it its charm. Delia alone has many redeeming qualities. Like what? A scenic coast, rolling hills, tall mountains. I mean things you can't find on Varroa. The underground cities of the dwarves, then.
You may have a point.
Dwarves, They're entertaining, I'll give them that, and they make good ale.
Right.
And we should not forget that Varroa is not without its flaws, even in times of peace.
I'll keep that in mind.
When I find a place with no flaws, Helena, you'll be the first person I write to. I'm curious, though, what flaws came to mind when you think of them? Not just codes of honor, for instance. They turn brothers and sisters against one another, vying to lead their families and waiting eagerly for their parents' deaths. That is no great accomplishment. I see. Well, I still think you and Etlin are in your honeymoon phase. You're looking at everything through fortune finder's goggles.
See it now?
Those are produced locally, you know, by the dwarves of Everheath. There's those dwarves again. Maybe the solution would be to just haul them all over to Varroa. I expect you'd have great difficulty convincing them to come to the service, let alone to cross the sea. I wouldn't even try to do that. I value my life too much. Then that is wise. Okay. Princess Samara, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. It's just Samara. It's nice to meet you too. Funnily enough, it almost feels strange to be referred to as a princess. We've been gone so long with people who don't care for that sort of title. It took me by surprise for a second. I apologize if I have caused discomfort. I am simply accustomed to using honorary titles. No discomfort at all. It's all right. You just surprised me. Were you coming by to ask me something? I only wish to pay you a compliment. I find that the grace you carry yourself with is stunning. Thank you. That is very kind of you to say. There are a great many who do not understand the burden one takes on when dedicating their life to the service of another. Unfortunately so. How much do you know about me and my past? I can't imagine you picked up on that part just watching me these past few days. I'm warden to one of the foremost political savants in the world. I hear all sorts of things about all sorts of royalty. So Maeve keeps tabs on Aramor then. Maeve keeps tabs on anything with a pulse and a capability to destroy.
If you say so.
Yeah, she might want to remove that first parameter for the time being. News of the undead is troubling, but it is a rare power to develop. Rarer still in the quantities you have encountered. You've fought with necromancers before? I have. I suspect maybe the same necromancer as yours, over 200 years ago. I have not had occasion to do so since. Thank the gods for that. Hopefully we can make this the last time. Hopefully. I don't anticipate living another 200 years. Would be nice. Marin, I'm glad you found your grandfather in good health. I prayed you would. Did you really? Well, it seems like your prayers were answered. They always are, one way or another. Then it's no wonder you make such a fine ally. What of your parents? Did you find them as well? It's funny you should mention that. I received a letter just a week ago. From your parents? No, but from someone who knew them in the service. I'm surprised it actually reached me. He mentioned they both went missing right around the time that news of our return became widespread. At first I was worried. I thought maybe Varric had gotten to them quickly, but the letter also mentioned a host of parties Varric sent out looking for them, so I know they have to still be out there. Don't you fear they'll be found?
It'll be all right.
They're scouts through and through, the finest I've ever known, in fact. That's what brought them to the border in the first place. I'm sure they'll be all right. This man, are you sure he can be trusted? That he was a friend of your parents? You can never be too sure, I guess, but he went out of his way to inform me about all this, and he warned me to be careful, asking nothing in return. For what it's worth, I trust him. Then I hope your trust is not misplaced. Each of us is capable of greater treachery than we realize.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I think most people want to do the right thing when they're given the chance. Sometimes they just need a little encouragement, someone to believe in them, you know? Is that what you did for me? Sorry? When you went out of your way to make me feel welcome, did you hope to encourage me so that I would do the right things? Oh, to be honest, Helena, I think I was hoping you would do that for me. I've always admired your self-control. You have this ability to just set your mind on something and do it. I'm still figuring that one out. Just as I've admired your compassionate heart, I suspect many of us have come to rely on it more than you know.
You really think so?
That's sweet of you to say, Anna. You know, I think we make a good team, you and I.
Right.
Yes, I think we do. A healer and a knight. I think you do. All right. We need to wet the old whistle. Hey, Helena. You, oh. She's praying. I probably shouldn't disturb her. I can hear you whispering, Rose.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. Really? That's all right. Is something wrong? No. Well, I mean, here. What's this? I think it's a tassel of some kind. Not sure exactly, but I think it fell off of your spear in the last battle. Ah, I see. This was a gift from a Dery friend. A very dear friend. I'll have to keep it somewhere more secure. Did your friend make it? She did. Beautiful, isn't it? Very. I mean, it's a little dirty, but I promise it was like that when I picked it up. Although I'm sure it wasn't dirty when your friend gave it to you. That's not what I'm saying. Just when it fell on the ground during the battle, you know, she's floundering. She's panicking a little bit. That's only natural. Thank you for returning it, Rose. You have a kind heart. Oh, I don't know about that, but thanks. Well, see you around, I guess. Farewell. That was a very short conversation. I like that Irving actually gets his black and red hair now. Wonder why he didn't to begin with. Was it good to see home again, Garrick? I haven't had the time to reflect on that, really. Once I realized we'd arrived too late to stop them from taking Esme, I couldn't think of much else. I know, I couldn't either. I don't claim to know what that must have been like for you. Thinking about it still makes me uneasy. Of course it does. But I was immediately comforted by the knowledge that they wouldn't do anything to hurt her, or they'd risk losing their most valuable bargaining chip. That assumes our enemies think rationally. Sorry, not helpful. That's all right. In spite of everything, you seemed glad to see your father. Of course I was. He's a real splinter in the seat most times, but he's still my father. You know, you speak of him a great deal, but not your mother much. There's hardly anything to complain about. It's possible to speak positively of someone without complaining, you know. I happen to agree with you, so much so that I've used that very line before, though I've not had much luck with it. I can imagine. Anyway, I'd always found it a bit strange that you hardly ever mention her, especially given that you chose her for a mentor.
Joke.
Chose her? Irving, I finished my preliminaries practically last in every category. My mother was the only professor who would take me. Okay. Is that so? I can't believe I never knew that. Well, it's not exactly a fact I mention in the same breath as introducing myself.
Not that simple.
We met when we could hardly speak, Garrick. I think it's fair to say we were well introduced when you passed your preliminaries. I was embarrassed then, all right? I didn't want you to know. I'm not sure what for, but you did a sneak's job of hiding it. I never would have guessed. You're one of the finest archers I've ever known. Only one of them? It's never enough with you, is it? If that's how I carry myself, I got that from you.
Not quite.
Always ready to lay the blame. Is that what friends are for? No, family, maybe. That's fitting then. I don't know what it's like to have a brother, Irving, but I know what it's like to be your friend. It's difficult to imagine having a brother could be any better. You've set the bar quite high. Wow, thank you, Garrick. That might be the kindest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Really
well,
something.
It's true. And only further proof that you're getting sentimental with age. I figure if we die young, I'll be free from your ridicule soon enough. You remember what I said before, don't you? Yes, if you can help it. I'll never let you live this down. Great. Now I'm really looking forward to the rest of our long and miserable lives. Good. I'm not alone then. Never. Not if I can help it. Fantastic. Oh, here we go. Siblings. Whoa. Alden, be careful.
Wow.
Did you see the size of that spell? I did. You're lucky I wasn't any closer. I might have felt it too. I wouldn't have cast it if you were any closer. I'd like to believe that. Well, one thing's certain, your powers have grown dramatically. You couldn't have done anything like that back at the academy, could you? Not on purpose,
Come
no.
on.
And what you did at Dervin, blasting the gates open like that? I couldn't believe it. To be honest, neither can I. Well, you'd better believe it. You're making a real difference. Our family survived Varric's attack on Brookstead thanks in large part to you. I'm so glad Grandpa wasn't hurt. I am too. Hey, Marin, I wanted to take a sec just to say sorry.
It'll be all right.
It's totally fine. You're right. I was being a bit dramatic. I wasn't even that close to your spell. No, not for that. I mean, for that too, but mostly just for the way I've acted sometimes. I know I can be a bit snappy when you're just trying to help, but I've thought about it, and you always mean well. I think I just lashed out because I wanted to be independent. Alden, that's all right. It's good to want to be independent. That's true. I know, but I think I wanted more than that. I wanted to prove I could do everything by myself. I don't think that's what it means to be independent anymore. You've helped me see that. That is also true. Being independent doesn't mean never accepting help. That's very wise of you. If it makes you feel better, I accept your apology, but don't feel bad, really. You're just growing up, and even though it's a little sad for me, I'm really proud of you. Why would that be sad? I don't know, it's just is. I guess it's sad because it reminds me how much time has passed, but there's nothing to do about that. That's life. At least we've been able to pass that time together, instead of me waiting around at home wondering what's happened to you. In some ways, I'm really grateful things played out the way they did. That's sweet. I'm glad you feel that way, Alden. The gods really did bless me with a little brother who amazes me every day. You don't have to say that, but thanks. Now come here. Your hat's getting crooked again. Maybe I've got a pin around here I can stick in it. Let me see. Marin, come on. Yes. Always with the mothering. I'm sure some days it's harder than others, but the way you look out for your kid brother Fenton, that's a special thing.
You really think so?
Thanks, but I think you meant to say Alden. Are you sure? With the purple hair and the pointy hat? Yep, that's Alden. Oh, so Fenton's the other kid? Fenton is a dwarf, Benji. Ha! You can say that again, poor kid. No one's putting fertilizer in his breakfast. No, certainly not. Anyway, what made you say that? Benji. Well, he's just so short.
Come on.
No, about Alden and me. Oh, nothing really. I just pick up on things. Got it. Do you have any brothers or sisters? One of each. Not that it did me much good. Spent most of my childhood picking up their slack. Some people grow up a little later in life. What you did may have meant a lot to them. You never know what's going on under the surface. If that was the case, I figure they would have stuck around. Given the chance, they might do things differently now. Do you have any idea where they are? Maybe you could go and see them. Not really. We were never too close growing up anyway. Well, I'm sure they'd be more than impressed with all that you've accomplished. They might have even gotten wind of it, some of it already. You think? I hope so. Then they'd see what they could do with a little commitment.
It'll be all right.
Sounds like you always had their best interests at heart, Benji. I think they were lucky to have you looking out for them. I guess.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks for saying that, Marin. I'm really glad I ran into you, all of you back at Red Hill. Quite literally. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, I'm glad too, Benji. We all are. And we did kind of just run into him at the aqueduct, I believe. Hey, Maeve. Faust and I have been having this debate. I was wondering if you could settle it for us. Please enlighten me. Faust says you're half-elf because both of your parents are half-elves, but I thought your mom was a human and your dad was an elf. Neither is quite right, but perhaps unsurprisingly, you're much closer. The human part comes from my father's side. So he was a human that married an elf woman?
Correct.
Yes. Many years ago now. He knew his life was short, but what could be done? He was in love. So he's gone now? We lost him just before I began my education, but I was blessed to have him for a father all the same. He did everything he could to put me through all those years in academia. I'm sorry, Maeve. I'm sure that was hard. I know Marin was pretty disappointed when our parents couldn't come home for her trials. That must have been after Varric suspended non-medical leaves. You'd know better than me. It's a shame the king's wrath impacted your family so directly, but don't despair. We'll make this right. When there are no more wars for your parents to fight, they'll return home once more. That will be a happy day. Indeed it will. Okay, Benji. Benji and Fenton the kid. He's just so short. Hey, Fenton, have you ever fought with a spear? I fought with every weapon under the sky or ground for that matter. Spears, axes, hammers, swords, halberds. If you can make it with good steel, I've swung it. But aren't spears hard for you to handle with your stature? Jeez. We dwarves make our own weapons to match our size, shorter handles and the like. Seems like that would kind of miss the whole point of a weapon like that. It's built for reach. That it is. But if you think about it, it's not such a problem when all your enemies are the same size. What about when they're not? Ah, yes. Well, that's why We also pride ourselves on our armor. A proper battle-ready dwarf is like a small mountain. Big folk and beasts alike would have difficulty toppling a fully armed dwarf. Why don't you have armor like that? It keeps sharp things away from your soft parts well enough, but let's just say dwarven armor isn't known for its mobility. I knew I'd be doing a fair bit of traveling service side, so I needed something practical. Better hope no one tries to trample you.
Unstoppable.
They haven't had such luck yet. I've never been trampled either. Guess that's not something we have to worry too much about. With skills like ours, Benji, the field of battle is our domain.
Benji!
Yeah. Okay. Benji never disappoints. Always something entertaining in there. Excuse me, Rose. Would you care to explain this? Looks like you caught an arrow in your sash.
Explain.
Not just any part of my sash, right in the back of it. Turn away from an archer? Pff, I would never turn my back on an enemy. These arrows are friendly.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry to hear that, but I can promise they aren't mine. Can you? And what makes you so sure? Wait, let me guess. You never miss? No, actually, I fletch my own arrows. That fletching is not my work. Ah, I see. Fletched rather poorly, isn't it? I'd say so. I wonder who might have loosed it. Tell me, how's Garrick's aim? Excellent. Interesting. Who else could be so careless? I'm still not sure I'd rule him out. Perhaps you'd be wise not to. I will investigate this further. Good luck. And then I took an arrow to the knee, to the sash. Vesta, I've never had the chance to fight by your side until now, but you're a natural on the battlefield. The Mystic Council isn't the only secret society with extensive training. It appears not. It must have taken considerable effort to keep your skills sharp while you tended the temple in
I'm
Etland.
afraid not.
It wasn't as difficult as you might think. The life of a priestess is governed by discipline. There were times for prayer, meals, services, everything really. It was just a matter of setting aside enough time for training. Then you've done well. Thank you. You know, with everything that's happened, I'm surprised you haven't spent more time in Etland. It was a mistake not to. I grew used to high-profile assassinations occurring at the behest of the council, or at least after looking the other way. But Fazl's death was the first to blindside us in centuries. We'd observed none of the usual signs of instability in Delia or abnormal tensions in relations with Aramor. It was an anomaly of the highest degree, and only the first of many. You suspect someone within the council might have been involved? Not necessarily, just someone with enough perspective to know exactly how and when to strike without a strong scent leading back to them. Between the two of us, I pray we'll be able to piece together the whole story. We will. Our partnership is steadfast, Vesta. If anyone can get to the bottom of this, it's us. Your confidence is inspiring. I only wish I shared it. Just give it time. Everything with time. Rose, I'm glad we found you in good health. Yeah,
for the save.
you all came just in time. Had any word gotten out beforehand about the executions? Yes. Did anyone know Varric was planning to empty the entire prison? He was planning to execute everyone? That's what our intel led us to believe.
Forgive me.
Was that not your impression? Not at all. I had heard there were plans to do away with a handful of disobedient prisoners, but nothing like that. I see. Either way, it's a good thing we didn't wait long enough to find out which was right. That's for sure. I'm sure you were frightened regardless. I know I would have been.
So,
I tried to stick to the rules on the inside. The last thing I wanted to do was draw any unnecessary attention to myself. I wasn't too worried I'd get picked, but it sounds like I should have been. There's no need to worry now. Not about that, anyway. Plenty of new dangers to worry about, right?
correct.
Yes, that's right. We're not done yet. Hey, I just wanted to check in. All of this talk of revolution facing Varric head on, it can't be easy. No, it isn't. But I didn't become a soldier because I thought it would be easy. If you don't mind my asking, why did you become a soldier? I've never heard you say much about your past. Yes, well, perhaps for good reason. In Carmont, when I was still a boy, my parents, both politicians, they sent me to live away from the capital. Greatest gift they ever gave me, really. The family I lived with in the countryside was quite traditional. They practiced the way of oaths. I found it primitive at first, but there was a beauty in its simplicity. Excuse me. Naturally, when I came of age, I took up my own oath. It was just what we did.
Punk.
And let me guess, you swore if you ever met two Aramoran princesses, you'd contradict everything they had to say. No, not quite. It was a simple oath, really. I swore to do what was right, even when it was hard, even when it came at great personal cost or inconvenience. I swore to be more loyal to the truth than whatever else might suit my needs. That's a beautiful oath. And when a herald came from the Delian Officers Academy, I saw a chance to live it out, to set out on a hard road but for a higher purpose, to give my life for the protection of those who couldn't defend themselves. And now you fulfill that oath. And every decision I've ever seen you make, you've lived it through and through. The king we once served can't come close to saying the same. We're the revolutionaries the Delian people need, Lincoln. This is our higher purpose now.
Fail my oath.
At this point, I've already bet everything on you being right. Let's hope
Definitely.
you are. I am. Just a feeling you've got? Exactly. I had to write something down. Do you remember when you told me to stay out of trouble?
What now?
Oh no, Sophia, what did you do this time? Nothing. Yeah, what's so funny then? Well, aren't we just the most wanted criminals in Delia now? From a certain way of looking at things, but if you ask me, that's because the law got on the wrong side of the people, not the other way around. It's still funny to think about. I remember it so well, you telling me to stay out of trouble, when you've turned right around and joined a revolution.
Not even.
Well, while we're on the subject, I seem to remember someone telling me that they get their ferret out of trouble all the time. Someone else in our group has a ferret? Jeez. Whew. No, Sophia, I'm talking about you. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I've gotten Butter out of all kinds of trouble. Seems to me like Butter gets you out of your own fair share. That's definitely true, and you have too. I know I can be clumsy sometimes, but it just makes me even more thankful to have so many good friends. I know you all have my back.
Cute.
That's actually a pretty wholesome outlook. I used to get pretty embarrassed over myself, but now I figure what's the point? I wasn't helping anybody, sure. I have to rely on others, but we all do. Isn't that the truth? There's a lot of wisdom in that, Sophia. And freedom too, the kind that lets me be exactly who I am. That's a great kind of freedom. It might even be the best kind. I'd say it is. Okay. Save just in case. We have virtually no upgrade tokens to speak of. We need to get her leveled up. Right, she's the next level of battle mage. I think I'm gonna go bolt. I didn't need to buy 2 of those, but anyway. Because it was very frustrating not being able to hit hits, not being able to hit anything. Death Ray. Doesn't do a ton of damage. It does less damage than the level 1 power weapon. But might be able to hit something. So that's nice. So maybe the best way to do it would be to pick a group of people and level up their focus and their power. If you can hit, you can do more damage with power. And if you're having trouble hitting, you can do focus. That's it for upgrades. That was quick. Wait, she has... Yes, power plus 20%. That's big. That's really huge. Hit rate is always 50%. Power increased by 50%. That's right. That's not a good trade-off. So you hit half as often. Huh. But your power is only increased. Your power isn't doubled. It's not increased by 100%. It's increased by 50%. So you trade 50% for 25%, essentially. Kind of. But 50% down is a bigger drop than 50% up is a gain. You know? Anyways. Did I save? I don't know. I'm going to save again. The party arrives at Brookstead too late to help Esme, who is nowhere to be found. They do come across Liberty, a member of the Order of Eternals and Irving's aunt. She had been trying to save Esme as well. Vesta catches her up and she joins the revolution on orders from Alistair. Alexa presents a valuable opportunity to win the hearts of Delia at the Festival of Fane. There, Irving plans to take the stage and recruit citizens to the revolution's cause. Looks like Alexa's cleared the stage. Speak as you normally would. I'll cast a few spells to make sure you're heard well across High Ridge. Right. Thanks. Think nothing of it, though I do hope you've come up with something compelling. I'll let the people judge that. We'll keep the soldiers back as long as possible. People of High Bridge. High Bridge. My brain has said that every time I've read that, the town's name, my brain has said High Bridge instead of High Ridge. People of High Ridge, citizens of Delia, you gather here tonight to celebrate Fane, the sacred god of oaths. The Festival of Fane is about honoring your word, rejoicing with your compatriots. Together. The Festival of Fane is about coming together to respect our common values. You gather here in High Ridge year after year to celebrate traditions that have survived for a millennium. Yet, this year we find these very traditions forbidden by the mandate of Delia's king. Why is it that this year your friends and family were hesitant to make the trip when they'd done so their whole lives? The most honorable people you know, absent from the most honorable event you know. Is their honor now in question? Have they forsaken the traditions they've always held dear? No. Their honor has never been in question. Why then? Because the foul influence of King Varric Valdistar has now poisoned even our most sacred traditions. And what does our king know of oaths? He has broken his oath as a protector of his people, opting to wage a war of conquest that we cannot hope to win. He has broken his oath to care for the weak and vulnerable of his kingdom, breaking them underfoot to build monuments to his pride. He has broken his oath to serve his people, twisting his station to take his citizens as slaves when his own ancestors first outlawed the savage practice. He once broke an oath that I hold dear as well, conscripting myself and many youths who could hardly lift a sword into his army. He sent many of those children to their death. And for what? Hundreds of lives that our great country will never get back. Hundreds of lives that would be happily training at home were one such oath honored that day. I am Irving Saldarin of Brookstead. I am the leader of the Delian Revolution, and I cannot in good conscience sit idly by and allow this oath breaker to destroy the kingdom I love. So join me, those of you who truly wish to honor Fane with a noble sacrifice. Join us in our efforts to restore Delia's honor and glory. Follow the dragon's tail, and friends of liberty will point the way. Silence, traitor. I am the traitor? Come to your senses, man. Capture him. Uh-oh. Are we going to be fighting civilians now, or was that a soldier? After Irving's speech, Varric's soldiers have broken up the festival. There is little time left to escape. Okay. Well, let's look at the map here. Oh, we can get out any direction, but they are going to swarm us, I bet. Level 29s. Starting with the next battle, we're probably going to have to deal with enemies that have been promoted here. Wish I could see the information. I'm assuming they're all level 29. Dragon Knight. Level 29 Dragon Knight. Okay. Hang on. Nope. You have some battle mages. So some, like, Monroe can deal with them. No problem. And our battle mage can deal with the berserkers. So kind of mages on the left. And I don't know. Mages are just going to be really strong in this fight, it looks like. For the most part. What are these? Fencers? I can't tell. Duelist. Okay. What's strong against a duelist? How about a knight? Yes. I kind of want to... Dang it. I don't want to leave my strongest characters out. I might need them. I don't know. I think I need... dang it. I want to get Irving in here. But we're kind of balanced up. So I want to get him promoted. You know what? We'll have him sit out. We'll bring in Irving. And hope. Should have had him be some sort of damage dealer, I guess. A knight would have been the way to go. I'm back. So, serious question, I guess. When you answer the phone and you're trying to answer the phone saying hello, whatever, and you finally realize that the person calling you butt dialed you, do you hang up? Or do you sit there and listen and try to hear what they're saying? My kid called me. Must have been a butt dial. I tried to call him back, is why it took so long. Anyways. Okay. Right. Let's see. Oh, I definitely want to get kind of Irving out there. Not against these mages, though. I want Irving to go... Oh, shoot. Who can Irving fight? Irving can fight these guys. The wizards, apparently. Alright, he can fight these guys a little bit. We're just gonna play him in the middle, I guess. Try to keep him alive. There. I don't know that it really matters that much. We're kind of consolidated here. Let's see what happens. I think we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down here. Try to blast through these guys, just so we have the ability to fall back. You know, so we have the ability to leave the fight. I imagine that they're all gonna rush us. So we need to get our back up against the wall in case we start taking a beating, we can just leave. You're surrounded this time. It won't be enough to have one unit lead the way. All of your active units must escape this map. Okay. This is what we want. Wait, can he get close enough to attack? No. We want to get this fight going down here. Just move these guys out.
This should be fun.
We can do that.
Let's do it.
My shield is yours.
See how this goes. Yeah, they're all coming. Okay. Can we fight this fight, or do we need to just get out of here?
Strike true.
Okay. That's right. Helena. Let's go. Dang. That's pretty cool. That was a very cool animation. Okay. Now, can I actually fight these guys? I will take a lot of damage here. I will take I don't know. Really what to do here.
Aye?
These wizards have to go, I think.
Death is your reward.
Holy cow. Who wants to kill? Let's see, where's Alden?
Let's do it.
This guy. Get him out of here. I'm gonna grab some hot water. I started it right here.
Let me at him!
That's right, Alden. Should have grabbed a pouch of tea or something, but I didn't. Okay.
Aye?
Do this.
You're asking
Critical.
for
Fantastic. Where's Benji? Speaking of criticals. Benji's there. Okay.
Benji
That's
brings the
okay.
heat.
So far, this is manageable. I want to get tucked up into these houses down here, and I want to fight as many as I can, and then just get out if I have to. I'm just gonna go here.
Thought you'd never ask.
We'll back our battle mage up to hopefully just cover.
Easily done.
Right there. Great, we have an ad break coming in. I didn't count for that very well. I should have run an ad break while I was gone, but I didn't. So here we go. We have to heal him. I think I positioned him wrong. I don't think I can heal him. Oh, this could be bad. Okay, never mind. We're good. Okay. Yeah.
If you're sure.
Let's do that. We for sure get the kill here? Yeah. Okay.
There's beauty in your skill.
And then I think this is where we'll wait. It should be starting anytime soon. Should be starting at any second. I got a ducktail going on, don't I? common. My hair looking stupid. Just another Tuesday. I mean, get my hair professionally done. It's never out of place. Yeah. If you believe that, I've got some beachfront property in Nebraska to sell you. Oceanfront. Maybe. Oh. I see what I did. There. If I have, for whatever reason, if I have studio mode on, it doesn't trigger this scene change. But anyway, while this is going, let's talk about console exclusives. What do you think? I think they're terrible. Bad idea. I don't like it. On the one hand, I understand why they do it. Because you know, you have like Sony or the PlayStation, and they just wouldn't sell as many consoles if they didn't have console exclusives. Like, I actually considered buying a PlayStation here last year, maybe, or early this year. Yeah, well, it would have been last year, I guess, 2024. I actually thought about buying a PlayStation, and then I found out that the PlayStation Network is a subscription now. The last time I had a PlayStation was a PlayStation 3, and the PlayStation Network is free to access. You buy the game, you pay for your internet, you can access the PlayStation Network. But that's not the way it is anymore. Now you have to pay a subscription. And I don't like that. So I didn't buy a PlayStation. But the reason I was going to buy one, the reason I was looking at it, is because I really liked the Ratchet and Clank games. I played all the Ratchet and Clank games that were available up to the PlayStation 3. I had a PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. And played all the Ratchet and Clank games that were available. It's a fantastic series, but I'm not paying. I don't want to pay, $500 or $700 or whatever a console is these days to play, one or two games. Especially when then there's a subscription to play online. If I do buy a game that I could play online, I buy a game that is an online game, and you can't even play it unless you pay a subscription. Not doing it. Call me old-fashioned. I don't know, I guess. So that's my take on console exclusives. I PC Master Race. That's what I got to say. That's what I got to say, I guess. I don't know. Consoles are fine. I didn't have a gaming computer for a long time. I grew up playing consoles. I had a Nintendo. I had a Sega. I skipped a couple generations there. I had Nintendo 64, PlayStation. I had a bunch of consoles. Loved them. Great time. I think modern day consoles, though, is not where it's at, sadly. I think consoles lost their way. I think PC is where it's at these days. All right, we're back. I should play some music during those. I'm just sitting here talking. The game audio is relatively low. Like the game music, I have the game music pretty low. Like I can't even hear it. Should be audible on. Hopefully, it's audible on the stream. If I turn my volume up, it's audible. So. Anyways, as we can do this. We can even do this. And even if he takes some damage, it's fine. 33% chance to crit. Come on, Monroe. All right, whatever. It's fine if he takes some damage because we still have... See, that's too loud, though, now. Maybe I should turn the music up just a little bit. I'll turn the music... I have the music set at 5%. Go 10. Okay, now that Berserker will attack my Battle Mage again. I walked down the... I thought... Well, I didn't... like control my character's movements, whatever. But I thought I had to walk down the stairs there.
Alright, I'ma head out.
Well, Faust extracted?
Smash!
Dang it. You lost 2 stat points. You only gain like 3 or 4 when you level up. I think the death penalty is a little bit too strong. It really, like, the only way to experiment would be to like save scum, go through a battle, experiment, reload it if you don't like the way it went. And I think that's, I don't like that. But I guess, who asked me? This might be a case of kill as many as I can on my way out. I definitely don't want to be dying. Definitely don't want to be losing people here. Like that.
Too easy. Was that really necessary?
Because I don't know if it was necessary, but it seemed to be effective.
You're asking
Here we go.
for it!
See, this is actually not. We could do this. We could do this. We hold off like this section and this wall right here. We fall back here. Then we fight like a line here, and just a line, like one line at a time. We have to fall back. We have to form up our line back here, though.
Never ask.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Just get completely out of the way there. We can use haste to get some experience. Okay. You can't use haste? Okay, whatever.
Thought you'd never ask.
Go here. Get an attack.
Would hate to be you right now.
Our enemies will
Nice.
fear us.
I think they probably do.
How can
You
I
take
help?
turns, like holding that front line and getting heals.
Daisy.
So we go
I
like,
was willed.
I'm gonna go there to cover Alden just a little bit.
It is
Maybe
willed.
not. Dang it. Who all do I have showing here? Someone over here, that guy? Yeah, okay. Okay. I want to move to this one, and it might target him a little bit. Let's fall all the way back with the battle mage here to get a heal.
I'm here.
Okay. Losing Faust was unfortunate. But we can still gain something from this. If we just leave,
Too easy.
if we just leave without farming these guys a little bit, then Faust died for nothing. We have to make his sacrifice worthwhile.
Return
Trading
to the
bonks.
sands.
My bonk was bigger. My bonk was way bigger. My bonk had magic. It was a magic bonk. It seems like I'm gaining less experience. Like 3? You mean 3 experience there? Okay. Get some damage in there with Irving.
Father, give me strength!
Yes. Put your red tips to work there. This could get really ugly. Okay. I want to go here, actually. No.
This should be
Yes. Wait, what? Oh, that was a plus for a second there. Guess I'll do that. It's not exactly ideal. I guess he'll kill him anyway. It doesn't matter. I was thinking Alden might take a little bit of a hit there. That's fine. Now we can fill in our front line. Ooh, here we go. Magician, I guess, would go to Illusionist. What do we have? Can't get less than 4 stats up when leveling. Phase range +1. Allies within 2 tiles have increased accuracy. Allies within 2 tiles have increased accuracy. So does that stack? Does it stack? Phase range +1. I would hate to choose this one and just not stack. So does this mean that... Oh. I would hate to take this one and then this just be like a waste. Is that why it's red? Warded armor, what does this do? Taking magic damage grants a healing ward to adjacent allies. I would like this to stack so that it's like actually 4 tiles. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to refer to Google. So, wait. Not even the right game. Okay. This is like a whole guide. That's not what I'm looking for. You know what? I'm just gonna, no, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Take it back. We're just gonna go with Illusionist. We're gonna hope that that stacks. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be sad. What else do we get here? Power is increased by an extra 20% of magic. That would be absolutely devastating. Mastery is increased by 20% of power. So power is increased and then mastery is increased because power is increased. And here we get phase and ally stuff. High movement though too, so that's the trade-off. This one is stronger. Definitely not going Aegis, but Pyro, what does that one get? Higher crit rate, higher and chance of doing extra damage. Just a flat damage upgrade there. I think it probably doesn't stack. It doesn't say though. Like the tooltip. I would like to see like a before and after like this. You see the stat gains and stuff, their changes, but it doesn't say like that. I think we go wizard just to not take that chance. And he will be one-shotting just about everything, I would guess. Okay, well that's done. Go there.
Undeniably skilled.
Okay, now what? Who needs a heal? Right back here.
Stay with me.
Easily done.
Wait, where does he need to go? Okay, he needs to just fall back. Attack here. Surely we'll hit that. Yes. Good. Fantastic. Wonderful. And we do this and attack someone who can't hit us back. Even though we would get the kill here, probably.
Aye?
Taking a chance here. We have a lot of healers. Not really doing much, sadly. If I put Maeve on the front line, I have a feeling she's just gonna die. I won't be able to heal her. Wait.
If I must.
Nope.
If I must.
Having that increased phase range could be good. I could teleport like 1 or 2 enemies behind. Okay. Nobody needs healed. go extremely poorly. Nice. I'm not getting any experience for that. Huh. That was foolish.
Let me at him!
Okay. Okay, so probably we go for another champion, because that's pretty bonkers. On the other hand, Sentinel would be pretty cool too. Okay. Plus health, gains 6% power for every adjacent player unit. Okay. Damage increased by 20% of level. So the higher his level goes, the stronger he is. Push range plus, can no longer double attack power, increased by speed. Still, like, has almost no fortitude. But look at the fortitude bump here. What do we get here? Adjacent allies gain 10% power. And adjacent allies gain 20% of units' defense. I'm actually tempted to make him a sentinel. Did you actually have useful fortitude then? And he would make the front line stronger. Just for the defense though, not for fortitude. On the other hand, the champion is the apex of power. Champions strike so hard that they are unable to double attack. Ruthless fighters with the ability to funnel rage and pain into power. Towering warriors who arrival on the battlefield inspires allies to seize victory. While unpredictable in their mannerisms, dragons and the brave souls who ride them can easily turn the tide of a battle. Yes. I think it makes more sense for a dwarf to be a sentinel. I didn't like the defender, but the sentinel is pretty good. And then this, like, he plays off of his nearby allies, and then his allies will play off of him. So I think that makes sense. At least in my head it does.
Benji's always ready. Smash!
I want to make room for someone to get up there and heal Helena. Just to fall back.
Aye.
Let's go here, maybe? To form up this line. You can push allies. Interesting. I'll take that.
asking for it.
Kaboom. Very nice. Do the same thing here. Attack someone who can't get back. Very nice. One more turn there, probably, for a
All right.
promotion.
How can I assist?
Get a move on.
Lead the way.
Let me get some of that.
If you're sure. I'll catch up later.
Brace yourself.
Let's do it. Have fun.
A little bit of experience, even though he can't attack anybody.
Why do you even bother?
That guy's dead. Kaboom. I'm gonna adjust the music volume a little bit more. It's fine.
Out of Benji's way!
He might kill him. If he crits again, that guy's dead.
Out of
Okay.
Benji's way!
Boom.
Save some for the rest of us.
Benji's just gonna kill everybody.
Out of Benji's
Benji
way!
might die. So you need to kill this guy too.
Benji brings the heat!
Those mages start getting up there. Benji can take a beating, but
This worked for me.
oh, look at this! Look at this! He gets his dragon promotion. Let's see. Crit increased by 20% of dodge. Gain 2.5% crit for each tile moved. Every unit with a lower level increases crit. Gain magic. Magic is equal to strength. I think we're just doing that. Magic critting. Oh, he's full health.
Benji brings the
He's full
heat!
health.
Out of Benji's way!
Imagine how insane the dragon must be for Benji to be the one.
Out of Benji's way!
I have a feeling Benji's going to be the MVP.
Save some for the rest of us.
I hope you deserve this.
I hope he deserves it too. Seems like I should be getting more experience. Maybe it's because
Benji brings the heat!
we should just leave. Maybe in like these fights where you can stay and gain a little bit of experience, but it's like really diminished because you should just leave. I guess. You get like 2 experience.
Draw near to the light.
How can I help?
How do we do the fire magic? Fire dart. Huh. So wait. We have 2 fire things and 2 spear things. Okay. They do significantly more damage. Can't hit anything with it, but...
Smash!
Take it. Be useful at some point. I was hoping that with him getting access to fire magic that he would also gain some range.
Stay with me!
Hey. Okay, so she's got healing range, dodge increased, healed for 40% of any heal given to another, so that's good. Gain movement range when a bonded unit gets low on health. Attacking increases effective in your next heal. That's a Crusader. What's the profit? Dodge increased by 15% of power. Okay, +1 healing range. So her healing range would then be 3, which I think is very cool and what we have to do. Right? So we have a Crusader, we have a Paladin, we're going to take a profit right now, and we have Phantom in the making.
Lead the way.
So nobody in range needs healed. Okay, well that's fine. She can just chill there for the time being. Let's go here. So he's not going to take any damage?
Death a
Oh
necessity.
yeah, I was going to mess with the music. I didn't. I think the way to do it is to have your frontline fighters go and then have your backline fighters go. But I mean, for the most part, that's probably going to be the way to do it. I want her to get this kill.
That's close enough!
Working on her promotion.
There's beauty in your skill.
Before I forget again. Okay.
Make this look easy.
Jeez. It's a shame Faust died. Oh, okay. We haven't had a chance to look at these ones. Snipers. Okay. Deadeyes who strike from across the battlefield with pinpoint accuracy. Scoundrels that live on the wrong side of the law. Never tell them the odds. Okay. All right. I like it. Graceful fighters wielding dual swords, their whirlwind of blades is a performance of its own. Protectors of the forest and an member of an ancient order of curators. Okay. Haste grants plus 40% defense while active. Powers increased by 50% against magic users and hybrids. Criticals deal an extra 15% damage. Half of magic using enemies. Magic added to damage. Haste grants 40% fortitude. So if he's got haste on, He could charge in there and he just gains like a bunch of defense with Green Knight. What does Sniper get? Plus accuracy. Gets an extra attack range. That seems pretty good. Ignore 50% armor if only one adjacent unit. Crit modifier increased by a flat 50%. Okay. Guaranteed to hit if below 40 HP. Dodging increases retaliation power by 30%. That's cool. Let's try to get someone else promoted here now. Okay, now what?
Onward. Off you go. Experience is
Nice.
a fine weapon.
Are you sure?
Have fun!
Heave!
Okay, is anybody low at all? Nothing I can do then with my healer here. Oh, right there.
All right.
Chop chop.
Anybody else? No? We're full.
Lead the way.
So we just wait there. She can heal most of the whole line from where she's at. That'll be pretty nice.
Benji brings the heat! Out of Benji's way!
I really like the Dragon Rider. 72? Suddenly, the defenders do some damage. Everybody's getting one shot by Helena now. Oh, someone's going around behind. Gotta watch out for that. It's a little scary, but I want to kill those mages for sure. Should get a crit and get the kill
Benji
there.
brings the heat!
And open up the left side of the line.
Smash!
Especially now that we have a healer that can heal from so far out. I don't mind like opening up just a little bit. To do... Who's strong against a battle mage? Ah, a regular mage.
Here. You crossed the wrong Valburin.
Okay. Bro. The range on that heal is crazy. Faust is missing out here. That's fine. That's okay. It's a priest.
I've got it.
Okay. I have a very good chance of getting a kill here. Taking a risk, though.
Save some for the rest of us.
Whatever it takes.
I thought for sure I'd get a kill there.
This should be fun.
And that way we protect
It had
a
to
little
be
bit
done.
our Strider here.
Too easy.
We're gonna clean it up now. Faust shouldn't have taken the quick extract.
Day.
We do what we must. All right. How can I help?
Let me get some of that.
That's fine. That doesn't hurt that much. I really want to focus on my characters who have not gotten a
If I
promotion.
must. Take care your blood doesn't stain my robes!
Recall, she can kill this guy. That's very nice. Okay. Flubbed it. You had your chance, and you flubbed it.
Me?
It is willed.
There we go. That mage was scaring me just a little bit, so... It's fine if he takes some damage. He's not going to, though.
Strength is the only path to peace.
My shield is yours.
Let me get some of that. Ho, ho, ho.
Let's box them in. That's fine. That's fine.
Aye?
25% chance to hit. Okay. I kind of wish if they're doing 0 damage that they just do like both attacks in one animation. Just cut out the animations, you know. In that instance.
Have fun! Lead the way. Stay with me! I'm here.
Do not lose hope.
I can work with this.
See something. You could actually just trap this guy in there. This is how we level up our lower level characters.
Whatever it takes. Brace yourself!
15 experience for that.
Leave it to me. Off you go.
It is willed. Be swift.
If you're sure. I'll catch up later.
Coming through! Still with us? Good. Heave!
It's kind of cheesy.
Chop chop!
Don't mind me.
Have fun!
Here. Get a move on.
How can I assist? Draw near to the light.
Nobody else needs a heal though. That's the much better way to grind out some levels, I guess. You could do that. You do that with your lower level characters to level them up. Keep them in the back and just do that sort of stuff. Oh, you guys dead.
Save some for the rest of us.
Now we have to escape though. So I could.
If you're sure. I'll catch up later.
Heave!
Chop chop!
Have fun!
I will. Brace yourself!
I've got it. Don't mind me.
Get a move on.
Okay. It's one way to do it. This is so cheesy. Mastery increases accuracy. Power plus 25% if unit doesn't move. HP increased by half of mastery. Mastery is increased. Oh yeah. So I think we just take another wizard. We have a couple of conjurers. We just need to level them up. We don't have an illusionist yet. But, dude. Come on. Why would you not? It's just superior.
Get a move on.
Off you go. All right.
I'm not gonna heal. I should have had him heal.
Be swift.
Coming through!
get...
Get a move on.
Brace yourself.
How can I assist?
There we go. There we go. We almost for sure take this Phantom. Let's see. Healing increases the crit of your next attack by 6%. Healed for 20% of damage done. Grants adjacent tiles plus 15% fortitude. Power increased by 0.4% per percent of enemies missing max health. Can move through enemy units. I mean, we definitely do that. Because we have one of all of the others now. We don't have a Phantom. Those who have given in fully to divine power, relinquishing their mortality to commune freely with God's power. I didn't read these other ones. The most powerful healers of the age, prophets use their visions to mend wounds as perfectly as can be done. Legend has it that the 12 paladins of Fane have long opposed those who seek only destruction. How much is a crusader's oath worth? Nothing. Everything. Okay, Phantom. We have a Phantom. Fantastic. Oh, we can just escape them one at like when we're ready.
Coming through! This should be fun. Chop chop! Don't mind if I do. Heave!
Are you sure?
Have fun!
Easily done. Don't mind me.
I'll catch up later. Maybe now I'll blend
Leave it to
in.
me.
Off you go.
So if you really want to get promotions on everybody,
Be swift.
this is the way to do it. Is there anybody left to heal? All of our healers can just leave, I think.
Are you sure?
Have fun!
Coming through!
Don't mind me.
I mean,
Off you go.
I kind of want to get Maeve promoted and then
Be swift.
call it good. But while I'm doing that, I can level up some other people, you know?
I'll catch up later.
Super cheese.
Heave! This should be fun. Chop chop!
Brace yourself.
I mean, if it's a mechanic of the game. So
Onward.
if they didn't want me to do this, it wouldn't be in the game.
Be swift.
Something like that.
If you're sure. I'll catch up later.
Don't mind if I do. Heave!
Have fun!
If I must. Get a move on. This should be fun. Chop chop!
Don't mind me.
Benji's always ready. Coming through!
Brace yourself.
Getting Irving promoted would be cool too. Who's level 31? We have any level 31 characters can go, and that's just someone else we don't need to do this with.
This should be fun.
Chop chop! I will. Brace yourself!
Benji's always ready. Coming through! Please clap.
Easily done. Don't mind me.
I'll catch up later.
Not cheesy. Not cheesy at all.
Vive!
Mac and cheese. Extra cheese. All the cheese.
Off you go.
Okay, so we have Strider here. So Blade Dancer probably reduces the effect of weapon weight. The second attack in a double attack does increased damage. Defeating an enemy grants 30% dodge for a turn. Accuracy plus 30% if unit hasn't moved. Gets extra attack range. That's a sniper. Ignore armor. Yeah. Guaranteed to hit if below 40% HP. Dodging increases retaliation power by 30%. So this, like defeating an enemy, get plus dodge. Then if you dodge, you get plus power, which will make it easier to defeat an enemy. So that's definitely what we do. Wait, can they haste themselves?
Leave it to me.
No.
Off you go. Let's do it.
Have fun!
I've got a lot to learn.
Get a move on.
Be swift.
Okay.
Grown is the shadow past.
Benji's always ready.
No.
Benji's always ready.
Let's do it. Leave it to me. Off you go.
Aye. Heave! Aye, that'll do.
Nice.
I'll catch up later.
Chop chop!
Ad break coming in, but that's fine. So
Brace yourself!
we're doing this. Shenanigans.
Strength is the only path to peace.
Don't mind me. And here I thought I'd seen it all.
Get a move on.
Off you go.
Get a move on.
Chop chop!
We could get Irving to level 30.
Proudly meeting expectations.
Or just
Brace yourself!
keep going until everyone else is level 31.
Heave!
Who got level 31? He did.
Don't mind if I do. This should be fun.
Chop chop! Brace yourself!
Off you go.
Can you haste more than once?
I'll catch up later.
Cool.
Maybe now I'll blend
Oh, Rose
in.
hasn't
Here.
promoted either.
Move on.
Okay, so we got the promotion for Rose, so I decided to hang out here. Wait, Rose is a witch hunter? Did I do that? Okay. Haste grants plus 40% defense. Powers increased by 50% against magic users and hybrids, so definitely witch hunter. Less likely to be attacked by enemies. I think we're gonna go sniper. I mean, the Green Knight is really good. Okay, alternatively, we have to start leaving some of these characters behind and bringing in other ones because we did get a blade dancer. We don't have an outlaw, and we don't have a sniper. A sniper would be really good because then we could stack up more. We could have like a frontline fighter, a mage, and a sniper. It'd be really strong. Yeah, and also if we get hasted, we could run into the middle of a bunch of mages basically, or you know, go out there and tank. I think Green Knight is actually really strong. We're gonna go Green Knight here, and then we're gonna stop bringing some of these characters.
Whatever it takes.
I'm gonna stop bringing some of those characters next time.
Their malice is but a memory.
MVP was Helena? Of course, dude. Well, Benji was probably really close there. Benji got 8 kills, and probably 3 or 4 of those, 4, maybe even 5, were retaliation. Where's Irving? Oh, he did 186 damage. Woohoo! Fantastic. Cool. Come, Irving, our task is done.
We've done it.
Right. Am I the last one out? First in, last out. Let's get back to safety. Ha 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 ha. What under the sun? Stay back. Yes, Akmenos, the one you have named Necromancer. He has your mother. She lives, for now. Where is he? He's a coward. Tell him to face us himself. He awaits you, Irving Sildarin, at Arrogance Peak in 7 days' time.
I will.
If it's a fight he wants, he'll have it. Good. Oh, do you hear that? The sand. It's falling in the glass. Shh. We're running out of time, Irving. Come on.